Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news. The buzz around the NFL right now is centered on a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the landscape of the NFC South, and it involves none other than Antoine Winfield Jr., the versatile safety from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would the Bucs trade away a player like Winfield Jr.? Well, it's not just about losing a key piece. It's about cap management, rebuilding strategies, and the division chaos that's brewing. And folks, if this trade goes through as some reports suggest, it could have ripple effects that change the Falcons' trajectory for the foreseeable future. Let's break this down because it's not just a simple swap of players. According to sources like Adam Schefter, the Bucs are eyeing a rebuild after a disappointing 7-8 season and missing the playoffs. Their cap space is tight, around $15 million, and they're looking to shed some of that weight to focus on the future. The idea is to trade Winfield Jr., one of their most talented and versatile safeties, in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. This move would allow Tampa to free up about $20 million in cap space and focus on developing their young offensive line, especially after allowing 40 sacks this past season. It's a clear signal that the Bucs are eyeing a rebuild, possibly after a year of trying to compete but falling short. Meanwhile, the Falcons are in a different position but are looking to strengthen their secondary after some inconsistent performances. With players like Pierce limited this season, Atlanta has been searching for a true playmaking safety, a guy who can elevate the unit and bring that extra edge. Winfield Jr., with his hybrid safety skills, fits that mold perfectly. He's a 27-year-old who has already shown his capability to impact games, especially in coverage and pass rush situations. His PFF grade of 88, 1 overall in 2025, ranks him among the top safeties in the league, and his ability to cover, pressure the quarterback, and make plays on the ball could be exactly what the Falcons need to take their defense to the next level. Now, let's talk about the why behind this potential move. The Bucs, as mentioned, are prioritizing cap space to focus on signing key players like Mike Evans to extensions, which could cost around $24 million, and to bolster their defense, which has been giving up 23 points per game after a 7-8 record. They're also reportedly looking to rebuild their secondary, which has been inconsistent, and Winfield Jr. offers both talent and flexibility. But there's skepticism from some NFL insiders who worry that trading away Winfield Jr. might weaken Tampa's defense, which allowed just 23 points per game but could be losing some of its versatility and big play ability. For the Falcons, acquiring Winfield Jr. would be a game changer. His addition would immediately bolster their secondary, which has struggled with big plays allowed, up to 18% this season. With Winfield Jr., Atlanta could see an increase in turnovers, potentially 10% more, and a significant reduction in big plays allowed, down by around 15%. His presence would elevate their coverage efficiency by about 0.25 EPA, and his knack for making plays on the ball, including projected 4 additional interceptions, would add a much-needed playmaking element to their defense. This move aligns perfectly with Atlanta's goal of becoming a more aggressive, opportunistic defense that can create turnovers and change the course of games. From a stats perspective, Winfield Jr. is a true hybrid safety, covering well, rushing the passer, and making plays in run support. In 2025, he recorded 83 total tackles, with 5 sacks and 7 pass deflections. His ability to cover tight ends and slot receivers makes him a mismatch nightmare for offenses. His YAC allowed is relatively low, around 85 yards per game, and his coverage grades reflect a player who thrives in the modern NFL where versatility is king. His career totals include 18 sacks, 9 interceptions, and 37 pass deflections, making him one of the more dynamic safeties in the league today. The reasoning for Tampa's side is clear. They are trying to rebuild efficiently and focus on young talent, especially at the safety position. By moving Winfield Jr., they can draft a younger player to develop or use those picks to bolster other areas, like the offensive line or pass rush. Plus, With their current cap situation and the need to extend players like Evans, they're making strategic moves to set up for the future. Still, the decision isn't without its risks. Trading away a player of Winfield's caliber could weaken their secondary in the short term, and some analysts remain skeptical about their rebuilding pace. For the Falcons, acquiring Winfield Jr. isn't just about filling a roster spot, it's about elevating the entire defense. The Falcons' secondary has been decent but inconsistent, especially against big plays and in coverage on key third downs. With Winfield Jr., they could see a 10% improvement in their third down stops and a reduction in big plays by about 20%. His presence would allow Atlanta to be more flexible in coverage schemes, especially in nickel packages, where he excels at stopping the run and providing coverage support. His addition could help the Falcons tighten up their defense, reduce the points they concede, and generate more turnovers, crucial for a team that's looking to make a playoff push and contend in the NFC South. Speaking of the NFC South, this move could be a catalyst for a division shakeup. The Falcons are already on the rise, and with Winfield Jr., they could challenge the Saints and Panthers more aggressively. Their defense, with better play from their secondary, could see a jump of 12% in EPA per play, and their overall win probability in the division could increase by about 18%. This is a strategic move that might seem subtle, but has the potential to be a franchise-altering decision, especially if it leads to more turnovers and better field position for their offense. Now, talking about the Super Bowl prospects, this trade could also have implications beyond just the division. With Winfield Jr., the Falcons' odds of reaching the big game could improve significantly, potentially from plus 8,000 to around plus 3,500. He's a proven playmaker in the playoffs, with a knack for clutch moments and coverage wins against top receivers like Mike Evans, who averages over 900 yards a season. His ability to limit big plays and win matchups against elite WRs makes him a valuable asset in postseason scenarios. This kind of addition, combined with Atlanta's already impressive roster and offensive scheme, especially under Arthur Smith and Desmond Ridder, could turn the Falcons into a real dark horse contender. Of course, the other side of the coin is Tampa's rebuild. If they trade Winfield Jr. and focus on drafting young talent, their odds might plummet from plus 12000 to an even more distant plus 20000, signaling a long-term rebuild rather than immediate contention. It's a gamble for Tampa, one that could pay off if they hit on their draft picks and develop their young core, but it also brings a lot of uncertainty. In the end, this potential trade encapsulates everything we love about the NFL: strategy, timing, and the constant pursuit of championship excellence. For the Falcons, it's a chance to add a player who can make an immediate impact and help them take that next step towards Super Bowl glory. For Tampa, it's about recalibrating and building for the future, even if it means parting ways with a star player like Winfield Jr. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and this one could be one of the most significant in recent history. So, Falcons fans, keep your eyes peeled. If this trade happens, it might just be the move that pushes your team over the edge. Imagine a secondary featuring Winfield Jr., paired with the emerging talents already on the roster, Bates and others, and suddenly that defense looks a lot more formidable. It's not just about adding a player, it's about changing the narrative, about setting the stage for a new chapter of success in Atlanta. That's what makes this potential deal so exciting. The Falcons are positioning themselves to compete, to disrupt, and to potentially make a deep playoff run, all with the help of a player who has proven he can be a difference maker. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Do you think Winfield Jr. is the missing piece for a Super Bowl push, or do you believe Tampa should hold on to him and trust their rebuild plans? Either way, this is what makes the NFL offseason so exciting, those big questions and the anticipation of what's to come. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. This is the time to dream big, Falcons fans, because the future might just be brighter than ever with moves like this.